Yo, what's up, bro?
What's up, bro? How you
Damn,
doing?
I'm chilling, bro. Can you hear me? Like, is my audio good and everything? Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
you're good. You're straight.
All right,
Yeah.
cool. All right, man. Here we go. Man, this is crazy. Like, I can't believe like just the turnout with all the videos and everything. Honestly, like, I'm actually shocked.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's great to see, man. You're starting to get some traction, dude. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was just listening to like the part of the Funk show with Teddy, and I was like, "Damn, y'all actually know me. It's crazy." And I was like, "Wow,
Oh,
that's wild."
yeah. People know you, bro. Yeah, we appreciate the videos you're doing, dude.
Yeah, man. Like I did talk to Enoch. I'm just like scheduling everything when it comes to that. Yeah, I'm
Mhm.
just extremely like I'm gonna just keep saying I'm extremely grateful for everybody being able to reach out and everything. Definitely glad that everybody's showing support with the entire videos and everything. Cause honestly, I told him like if it wasn't for like Funk or like anybody who I was, I'd probably quit doing videos at this point.
Yeah, man. You found your community, dude. That's important, you know.
Yeah, that's true. Cause I remember before I was like in technology and everything, cause I just built computers 24/7, and then really didn't get traction at all. But now like I doubled basically like the numbers I used to have.
Yeah, dude.
So
It's awesome.
it's crazy. Like the last two videos almost hit like 100 views in like the last day, and I'm like, what the fuck? I never used to do that at all.
Yeah. Hell,
But yeah, man, I got plenty of questions that we can go over. Like,
all right.
you probably already know the format. You already like have seen the other videos.
Mhm.
So first one coming off of the Funk Around 2-year anniversary, because I know you and Teddy talked about it. That's the first bullet point along with like the Funk show. What
Mhm.
was basically? How do you feel about the turnout overall with the Funk Around 2-year anniversary versus the 1 year?
I feel really good about it, dude. The 1 year was great. Like, I think we did sell out the Black Box, but Cervantes is a way bigger venue, and to be going to a new venue without our headliner and still almost sell out. Everybody stayed until the very end, you know, like I think we got off at 1:45 or 2 a.m., you know, and usually people leave after the headliner, but like the crowd was still there, they were vibing, so that's a really good sign, I think.
Yeah, man. I'm just shocked because like that was sort of like the same turnout that it was with the DC show, because this show it was with Ryan and
Hmm.
Bad Kids in St. Pond.
Hmm.
They were just I think we stayed for like a solid hour like after the actual show ended.
Yeah.
Odd was there, everybody else was there that showed out, but we were just chilling and just hanging out for like 30 minutes to like an hour after, and I was like, wow, I can't believe like there's so many people that we actually know each other, and it was just such a great turnout overall for both like Cervantes and the DC show that both of us went to, or that one of us went to. I wish I could go to the 2-year anniversary, but I keep telling everybody like I really want to make it back to Colorado so badly. It's just work would not get me off at all during the time. Like I
Yeah.
was talking to the dudes from Infinite about going out there, and they were like, "Oh, I thought you were going out there," and I said, "Nah, man, I wish," because it looks so nice. Like seeing all the videos and everything, and it's a really beautiful venue.
Dude, yeah, it was really cool. Everybody came and, you know, they had a sick green room. They were rolling up the 3 ounce joint in there, you know, like getting crazy. It was a lot of fun, dude. It was one of the most fun nights I've had at a funk show so far, which is a really good sign, you know? Like, we're just growing and building up on this momentum. And yeah, man, I'm excited for what's to come.
Yeah, definitely, man. So next question is, what is your overall headspace of like future shows? Since basically what you just said, how do you feel about the momentum when it comes to live shows and just the scene in general?
I think it's good, dude. I think it's looking up. Everybody seems to be really motivated right now, you know? Like, I think there's periods where people might get like less inspired, you know, and like might kind of, there's not a lot of shows going on. I know like Teddy was trying to throw shows for over a year in London and just couldn't get a venue, and it was really like killing his motivation. But I see him now, you know, he's planning shows every month with some sick lineups. So
Yeah,
it's
didn't
exciting to
Bluebear
see him.
wasn't Bluebear on the feature for like the one that he's
Yep.
doing this February?
February 17th, London.
Okay,
Pull up. Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Blue
Yeah.
Bear will be on that. That looks sick. I want to say like Laps was on it too, maybe, but I have to check later. But
Hmm.
Yeah, man. So it's good. Like and Ryan is pushing in DC and in the East Coast, and it's really good that people are. There's good turnouts to those shows. You know, like I talked about with Teddy back when and Escape are kind of putting on for the funk community, playing like a sold out show at the Ogden. You know, and like playing a funk set and killing it. So it's all good stuff.
Yeah, definitely, man. Going back to like Teddy doing like the shows over in Europe and London and everything, how do you feel? I know you've definitely traveled to Europe and Germany and just visited everybody that's over the pond, basically how I talk about it all the time. So how do you feel about maybe Funk Around possibly doing a possible collab? I would say, I don't know like the correct terminology, but sort of getting shows where they have people that are basically Funk Around residents travel to Europe. How do you feel about that in like the next year or two happening?
I feel great about that, man. I think it's long overdue. Yeah, dude. Like I would love to see all these guys go out there and experience. You know, it is a little different out there. Like it's really fun. The energy's great. The vibe is great. Yeah, like I would love to see Backwin go over there. I think he's planning on something in the fall, and a bunch of these other guys too.
Yeah, and who do you think might travel from Europe to America in like the next year? Because I don't know if there are talks about anybody coming over, but the only thing I can recollect right now is Soudiere coming over, and maybe
Mhm.
Freddie Confetti might come over. Like I've definitely DM'd him talking about coming over to
Mhm.
DC and possibly doing a show or two. Who do you
Mhm.
think, or who do you want to see come to the United States over from Europe?
I do think Freddie's gonna come probably this summer. He hit me up about it and is making his plans. So that's awesome. And I hope he can play shows in Denver and DC and wherever he can. You know. Who else though? I mean, it would be great for the French bros to get over here. You know, Rob, No Sauce, any of the LaFunkery crew. Got No Time. I mean, I think it would be amazing if we could get Roland over here. I know he's talked about it. He wants to come to the US. He was trying to plan something for this summer. It's just a matter of the paperwork and whatnot. But he would be huge. You know, he's kind of one of the most active OGs in the scene right now and still cranking out dope stuff, So I think it'd be really cool to see him here. I mean, yeah, I think Teddy might try to come over too. I heard the Funk Around guys were going to try to get him out here, which would be amazing.
Yeah, like I definitely heard Corey talking about possibly having him come over, but it's been probably like 7 or 8 months since we've actually had that conversation. So I'm hoping that they can actually get Teddy to come out here, because just him having the funk show over and just having
Mm.
those connections in general, one, he could link with a lot more people, and two, he could get sort of like a general vibe of like how the shows are over here, and possibly
Mm-hmm.
I guess give like a critique or like give feedback towards like what we can probably do better, and like what we've done in America that also Europe could do. So like helping each other out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like I'm really confident about everybody. Going back to like the OG things, and this probably isn't like a question or anything. How do you feel about, like, I know you guys talked about like the Vamp situation and everything, and so far Roland is the only consistent person back when Soudiere is collabing with other rappers and everything. Like, who do you think might be a great role model or somebody that could probably step up to fill those shoes in general? Like, I know this is like a loaded question. There's a lot of news, a lot of speculation about like the whole situation in general. It,
Mm-hmm.
it definitely, last time I checked, had over 100,000 views and like I think 100,000 impressions, if I can remember. So who do you think might be able to step up and like fill those shoes? Because everybody knows Vamp at this point. If you know Funk, you know who Vamp is. Who do you think might step up to the plate, basically?
I think, like you said, I think that Roland, back when these two guys are like, they're OGs, they're consistent, they're good role models, they act well, they're good people to look up to. I don't know. I think it's gonna take some newer guys, like I don't want to say like I'm trying to be Vamp or what, like replace Vamp, but like I wanna take a bigger step in the community, and like be a positive role model as best I can. Yeah, and I think that there's a lot of guys. I feel like if these guys can keep pushing and growing, like Got No Time is a really good example of, like, he's really professional with his stuff. He promotes his stuff well. He behaves well. He plays shows and always does a great job. I think like this kind of, and he's active in the community and always like helping out. So just like more guys like this, and if they could stay consistent and get some more recognition, I think that they could in the next year or two fill that guy's shoes for sure, and maybe even take the genre to levels that it wasn't going before because these guys were a bit stagnant or whatever.
Yeah, that's true. And the one thing that I would say that we talk about on the server, and we definitely talked about this, me, Ponsuda, and I think Bright also talked about this like when we were on video calls. Like, this is like the first time that multiple producers have been able to collaborate and actually come out to help build the community overall. It's been a long time coming, because you would, like, I've talked about this before, and I can't remember who it was with, like in the previous videos that I've done. You used to have like scattered beef here, you used to have like controversy right here, but now for the first time, it's like I wouldn't say there's any type of drama or anything, because you're gonna get drama in any type of scene, whether it's music or just community or just content in general.
For sure.
But it's definitely a time in the community in general for there to be so much collaboration. Just today, Odd and Ponsuda just dropped an EP. Like, I just saw it and I was just advertising it, and like he was talking about it at the DC show in general, and he was like, I don't know how the fuck I was able to do that, but apparently like he was definitely down to collab and do that. Yeah, I'm just glad for that to happen.
Yeah, man. I think the community is like in the one of the best places it's ever been, honestly. I know like a lot of people are saying, man, funk is gonna die, or like the golden era is over or whatever. But I think that if these people, took a little more time to dig into what's going on, there's a shit ton of new artists, who are making really good stuff. I think they're pushing the boundaries of funk and kind of taking it to a new level. What we've got going on in our Discord is really cool. I don't think there's been like anything as consistent or active in the community, at least in a long time. So yeah, dude, it's really cool. Like, everybody's working together, everybody's being pretty positive, and we're getting a lot of dope music out of it.
Yeah, and going back to the Discord server, check out 808. God damn it, like the fuck. we got plenty of beat battles coming up this year, so if you're not in there already, link's gonna be in description of this video coming out whenever this comes out.
Yes, sir.
But just having consistent people in the main chat, having music releases, like people dropping their songs in general, you get a name to the actual producer, or a face to the name in general. Like, even when I'm there or even when I'm not there, people know who I am. People know who Got No Time is. People know who Demon is. Basically, like, they know who we actually are, because not only are we consistent, but we're in 808. I wouldn't say 24/7, because all of us have jobs outside of just producing, but they know who we actually are, and they know that, I can't even think of the word, like, we're reliable in some sense when it comes to talking or communicating in general.
It's important too, like, yeah, you don't want to just, I don't know. I've seen so many Discord servers just die out because the consistency wasn't there, which is too bad. But we're doing well, dude. We're doing well. We got a lot of like legends in our Discord, and they're chatting with people. It's so cool to see.
Yeah, bro. I was just shocked that Tony is like consistent when he comes in the main chat. I've talked to you about it. Like, he's one of my favorite producers, like outside of like Purple Posse in general. Like, I'm just shocked the fact that he's so like vocal, like even stuff outside of music in general, like when it comes to mixing and mastering and even playing games with Counter-Strike, or he's just there to talk.
It's really cool. Like, these are legends, but they're also just people, and they want to like talk with other people, and it's really cool. We can like, I used to just dream of being able to chat with like some of these guys, and now they're just chilling on our thing like it's nothing.
Yeah, like, I remember I used to always like dream of like meeting back when, or being at a show, or even talking to Ryan, or even finding out who the person is behind like this big mecca of a YouTube channel when it comes to advertising different producers, and then just meeting him in person. 100% chill. Like, I can't thank that man enough for what he's done, like in general, when it comes to promoting everybody. Like, Enoch talked about it, Beck talked about it, Vaughn talked about it. Like, everybody that I've actually had, or people that I'm probably gonna have in future interviews and future videos in general, they consistently talk about each other and just lifting each other up and helping promote one another's music. And I think that's such a great thing, especially now, like I talked about earlier. This is a once in a lifetime type of thing that's actually happened so far when it comes to the entire scene.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Ryan. I met him at the show in August here at the Black Box, and got to talk to him a little bit, and he was just so cool and so nice. So It's awesome to see.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a good role model as well.
Yeah, that's definitely true because him and like the collab that he's doing with Amuse, I think didn't he create Amuse or like is he like affiliated with Amuse?
A&R for Muse. Yeah, so he's got like a good position with them, and he works with them. Yeah.
All right, I just didn't know because he definitely has it all over when it comes to like his Instagram, his YouTube page, and
I
just
think he's
everything.
one of the big guys there. I don't know for sure, but he's been pushing the Muse for as long as I've been aware of Ryan Celsius. So yeah.
Okay. Going down to music. I put you down as the fucking Gucci Mane of fucking funk, bro. Like the fuck with all the fucking shit, bro. Like I'm telling you
That's
this
great.
right. I'm telling you this right now, bro. That's wild. Like the amount of music that you put out, and you literally just put out a tape with Yavo and Space. I don't even know what to say at this point, bro. You just been a workhorse when it comes to collabing with people. The only person that I know outside of you that collabs with multiple people at a time is probably Odd.
Yeah.
You guys definitely are workhorses when it comes to both collabs, dropping solos, EPs, albums with people. So what is like one person that you've collabed with in the past that you would want to collab with again, and one person that you haven't collabed with yet that you want to collab with in the future?
One person. Okay. Well, in the future, I really want to work with a lot of the Holy Mob guys and a lot of the Purple Posse guys. But I've never like worked with Vaughn, Intius. I've never worked with Tony. I've never worked with who else? I mean, there's just a lot of guys that are bigger in the scene that I really wanna work with. I got to work with Backwhen recently on some stuff. We've been kicking it a bit, and he's working on Smoke and Mirrors too. So I'll probably be on that, which is really exciting. I want to work with him more because he's like one of my favorite artists. He's also one of the only guys who uses Logic Pro. So that's
Yeah, like have you seen his streams like on his YouTube channel? Like I definitely before the actual live sets, and he used to do like the hour stuff and like live streams at different venues. I remember I used to not watch them live, but I used to go back and just sit down for like 30 minutes to like an hour just watching him just produce. And
yeah.
I don't remember which song it was. I could probably pull it up later. I might put it on the screen if I actually have the time to do it. But there was like, I think it was with Children, tongue twister, but it was one off of that album, and I think it was like purple, pink, and like light fluorescent color. I can't remember the actual album name, but he just created the entire track in like the matter of an hour. And I was like, there's no way I could do that. Like how does this man have such a consistent workflow? It's just crazy.
I mean, you can just tell he's been doing it for I don't even how long, 10 plus years. You know, so yeah, like. He works so quick and efficiently, and I hope he does like more streams like that. But also, I get it. He doesn't want to probably give out all the sauce. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. His style is definitely unique, especially when it comes to him, Everest, and oh my gosh, like off top, I can't think of his name. He just Escape. That's who it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, them three have such a similar vibe in general, but you can definitely tell who's who when it comes to when you listen to their different tracks and their different discographies. So I went back. Your discography is very recent but large as shit. You started like publicly, like I don't know how recent you started dropping stuff. When it came to Spotify and SoundCloud, publicly it's 2019. That's when you started dropping on your SoundCloud page. That's what I've seen. But consistently in the last 2 years, precisely I would say 2021 to 2022, you started consistently dropping multiple tracks, multiple EPs, multiple albums. What was basically the motivation or inspiration to drop more solos and albums during that time span?
You know, I was in college and I was working full time from 2016 to 2020, 2021. So I was always working on music, but I just didn't have enough time to really dedicate and go into it. But I had some like bad shit happen to me. My younger brother passed away in 2020, and that was really tough, man. I left my job, and he always wanted me to, you know, push on the music and go harder because he thought I could do well with it. So that's exactly what I did. You know, I took a bunch of time off from work, and I just went as hard as possible on music, and I've kept you know, I've kept trying to do that, and I've been going hard as possible in the community, you know, just like, you know, trying to do something, you know, while I'm still here. I know it's like kind of intense, a bummer, but yeah, man, like yeah, that was the biggest motivator for me. And now that I, you know, started to get recognition in the community, that's just even more motivation, you know. People are fucking with my stuff and are hitting me up, and we've got like Discord now and all these things, so it's just motivating me to keep on going.
Yeah, man, I'm glad to actually hear it because I really didn't know. Like, I wanted to like ask you what was like the motivation, because I think when we actually met, you were doing the EP with Thomas, or like T-Main, and and like I just kept hearing you in the living room just mastering like one of the tracks, and it's still my favorite track to this day that both of you collabed on. And I was just like, I keep bumping that shit in my car too to this day, even if you whether you know it or not. Like, I'm not like, I'll be honest about it. Yeah, after that I was doing the 808 plug, but we already talked about it multiple times. Discord server, we're there consistently. If you guys need any, I would say feedback, there's plenty of other people that will give you feedback. Probably 2 or 3 dozen people that are always consistently there, whether we're there or not. You have plenty of people to talk to if need be, whether we're there or not. Okay, funk around and find out. When was your first funk show? And I was gonna ask, like, was it a funk around show?
It was, yeah.
Okay.
It was August of last year, not or like August of 2022. That was my first show. It went well. It was awesome. Like, there was a good turnout and everything. You know, obviously I've come a long way since then. Some of the shows along the way, you know, had some issues, had some ups and downs for sure. But generally speaking, it's been like really good playing all these shows and meeting people and just getting to see people react to your music live. It spent so much fucking work on.
Yeah, man, like Enoch kept talking about we're just a bunch of producers. Well, I said we're just a bunch of producers, and he said it's so refreshing to actually see what all of us have crafted on a live venue or a live set, and just playing that in front of people and getting a live reaction to like how people possibly listen to it, whether we're on a stage or not. He called out Local Stranger, and this is gonna be on Enoch's interview, but who is one person you want to see that hasn't done a live set yet that you'll want to see on a show?
Obviously Local Stranger. I think he's the most requested out of everybody, just because his music goes so hard live, you know.
Yeah,
the energy
man.
is good. We want to see that. I also think Spaced is really dope, and I think he just turned 21 and is getting into DJing, so I'd love to see him perform. I'd also love to work with that guy. He's so dope.
Yeah.
Who else? So, I mean, Odd One Out is a big one, you know. I know he keeps talking about trying to get into it and trying to get ready for some shows, so I hope that he does it, because his discography is crazy and he could put on a really sick set. Others, I know like Doja Main and Killfigure are up in New York, and I think they're trying to learn how to spin and mix a bit, you know, so that would be really cool. Also, like Intius, I know he played one set, but nobody really like saw it, and I want to see him perform live for sure.
So if you heard your name, get to start spinning.
Just in general, just it's a fun thing to do, you know. It's good to have like multiple creative outlets. Like, you work on your videos, but you also work on your music, you know. Like, when you're burnt out of one, you can work on the other. That's a lot of what I do. Once I'm burned out of producing, I'll go and just practice mixing, you know. Yeah, dude. And the shows are so fun, so please learn how. If you're listening.
Everybody, because hopefully I could really talk this into fruition, and I could probably talk to you about it. I could probably talk to Enoch about it, and I'm probably gonna reach out to Beck about it. If you guys are down to do like a series when it comes to like learning how to DJ, like, I'd definitely be down to do that.
100. Yeah.
Like, you guys could teach me, because the only time I actually started spinning was like when you helped me out when I was over in Colorado.
Yeah.
And I got my controller.
Nice. That'll do it though. That's all you need, bro.
Yeah, I got my little controller, and hopefully like in like the next month or two we can do a show in the actual Discord server as well. Like, I could record it and I could just post that on the channel in general. Definitely down to do a series. If anybody feels overwhelmed when it comes to DJing, if you guys want me to do a series and I can get some of the guys out there when it comes to like tips and tricks, and then record every once in a while, I'll definitely reach out, and I'll definitely put that on the top of like my to-do list in general.
That would be awesome. Yeah, I think a lot of people would benefit benefit from that, and it would just be cool content.
Yeah, because there's a lot of people that want to either go to a show or just want to start performing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know I definitely talked about rapping when it came to
Yeah.
live shows in general, and there was so many. I know Saint Pond, he had Oz discography so much in his last set. It was a great thing to actually see because both of us were turning up. Like it was awesome. Like just seeing everybody's live reaction. It's like, yo, I made this shit, and everybody's reacting to this at the same time. So it's kind of awesome.
It's the coolest thing. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. So how did you, I know you're a resident of Phonk Around and Find Out. How did that happen in general? Because I know you're on their roster, especially when it comes to booking. Like I've seen it on your SoundCloud before and your Instagram. How did that come to actual fruition?
Yeah. Well, I played that first show like a year and a half ago, and since then I've been going to as many shows as I can that they put on, you know, just to support, because it's really cool to see the funk scene in person. And yeah, dude, I don't know, over the year or two, they would have me like come up and open, and then they had me back on for another show, and I got to open for one of the Ryan Celsius shows with Dre Ski Mask. That was awesome. And I mean, I just kept supporting, and then I talked to Corey about it, and he was like, I'd love to have you on. So yeah, it's a dream come true.
Yeah, definitely, man.
So,
I'm actually shocked that I was talking to Win or Imperium, like how a lot of people know him.
Mhm.
I think it was when I came back from Colorado, and they were talking about getting you on. They were talking about like while I was in the airport and you dropped me off. I was like, oh, who's Rocketman? Or basically like they probably already knew your name at some point because you were basically popping off in the scene in general. I'm pretty sure at that time, I guess they knew who you were. That's probably like, oh, we should just recruit this guy.
Yeah. I mean, I think they just wanted to. It took a little time just because they wanted to make sure, you know, I'm like really there to support, you know, and not just there for like myself or whatever. But it's been awesome. Like those are all really great guys, and it's been cool to get to know them.
Yeah, man. Corey is just a great person in general. Like I'm actually forever grateful for what he's done. Like I can't believe he's been able to consistently, along with Hoodie and Imperium, to just throw multiple shows, whether I can make it to them or not. Like it's a first. It's definitely a first for a lot of things that have happened in the last couple of years. Just forever grateful.
And like they're doing it for the community, you know, and like you can tell, and it's really cool. Like yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, because literally, I know the tour vlogs don't share a lot of the things that actually happened, but behind the scenes, I already know because after the Baltimore show, me, Trevor, him, Wasabi, Corey, basically, and Imperium, we headed back and they were already getting the sets ready once the tour is over. So like October, November, the 2-year anniversary. And this is like stuff that was 4 to 5 months in advance. So like how I'm doing when it comes to like the interviews, I'm getting this stuff in advance. They're doing this months and probably even a year in advance when it comes to this. There's a lot of stuff that we don't see that they're doing. So it's just a great thing, and like I know everybody's forever grateful for him if he hasn't heard it already.
Yeah, definitely. Shout out to Corey, Wasabi Jackson, and Hoodie and Imperium. Yeah, man, they're doing great work, dude. And yeah, they're already planning stuff for the summer and for the next year, so it's gonna be exciting.
Yeah, no, I hope I can actually make it or possibly be on a show in the next year or two. I don't know if anybody will want to see me. I don't know if anybody fucking plays my music, bro, because like I'm just in my room 24/7, like outside of just working, like trying to get gains in general. But like I still don't know how people will react to my music. Like the only time I've seen anybody react to like my music was like the last listening party that we did. Like that was the first time I've seen people reacting like basically live in general. Like I was like, damn, that's crazy. I thought my shit was shit.
Nah, bro, you've been putting out like really good stuff lately, which is like, it's sick to see. You've come a long way at producing for sure.
Yeah, because you already know, like a year or two ago, my shit was trash. I'll admit it. My music was trash. Editing was like almost there. I feel like I got a flow now.
Yeah, man, it's cool to see.
So this isn't a question. I'm just gonna ask this. So what is like content wise, like what do you want to see in like next year? Like whether it's from me, whether it's from somebody that might pop up every single once in a while. Because I know off the top of my head, it's Vaughn or Yakai as we know him. Mac or Big Problem Mac from Masterminds. He started I think it was funk genres video, and then after that he sort of went back to school in general. And then Pootie came back to social media, I think about a month or so ago. I forgot where he traveled specifically, but he didn't have, I think, internet connection at the time.
He was in like Indonesia or Vietnam or Thailand, some of those places. It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
So what do you want to see from a content creation standpoint, whether it's from me or any of those guys or anybody that's also interested in getting into content?
That's tough. I mean, I don't know, this is why I don't make content. Because I don't have like the best idea. But one thing off the top of my head, I don't know if like you guys can do this, but we need more of these tour vlogs and this concert footage and like, recaps of the shows and stuff like that. Because Back When does it, and I think that shit is really cool and it's fun. They might not like blow up as much as his other content, but I think that it could and it would if we can keep doing it consistently. Especially like the guys in Europe, they just put on like crazy shows and crazy meetups, and I think we all would love to see like some of the behind the scenes and just some of the footage of the shows in general. I mean, aside from that though, for you guys, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something and let you know, but right now off the top of my head, kind of drawing blank.
Yeah, because it's really difficult to like think of ideas, especially when it comes to this genre, because you have people on one side when it comes to like the big playlist with people like Diverse, Cordell, Ghostface, Pharmacist, and then you have people from Purple Posse, AP, Holy Mob. It's really, I wouldn't even say difficult, but like the research and like just having my own personal experience in the videos, it is so difficult, because the last video I posted about when funk got popular, I didn't know how it was gonna turn out. I thought it was gonna be a pretty bad video. I shot it on Sunday, edited until like for it to upload on Wednesday, and I just kept going in my head, is this gonna be a bad video? Am I gonna get something wrong? Because there are a lot of people that commented on it saying that a certain year was wrong or a certain piece of information was kind of off. So it's really difficult, especially with this scene or like with this genre, basically to please a lot of people, especially if you came in to knowing what music we're listening to at a certain given point, because there's a lot of people that started in 2013, there's a lot of people that started in 2017, and there's someone that probably might start when this video comes out in general. Like, it's very, very, very difficult. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, it's just this is really difficult to come up with ideas.
For sure. Yeah, I think like it could be cool to have some videos about, I mean, you've done some like live funk shows, but that kind of stuff is really cool, just to let people know that there is a ton of stuff going on right now and they can support, people. I do see people being like funk is dead or this and that, and it's like, man, I don't know, like, just like I just don't think so at all.
Yeah, man, like I said, the Google trend, the chart does not lie. Like,
the chart does not lie, man. There's never been shows or tours before, and there hasn't been a lot of funk artists working with like major mainstream rappers, and this is something that's happening now that's really cool. So
yeah,
I think the genre's looking really good right now.
I forgot who it was. It was either Pharmacist or Ghostface that got featured on the 2K game. Like, I think it was NBA 2K, and I was like, if this doesn't show anything, I don't know what will.
Yeah. I think he was also on like the Fast and Furious one of the Fast and Furious soundtracks. Like, that's so crazy.
Just to think, 3 or 4 years ago, no one knew who any of those guys were, and now getting mainstream attention from the 2K series and multiple producers collaborating with them. And it's just because I think someone collaborated with Puya, I don't know how long ago, I don't know who it was off the top of my head, but it was definitely someone that makes sort of the funk playlist in general, like the big one in general, with 7+ million likes. I don't know who it was though.
Okay, yeah, I'm not sure, but that's very cool. Yeah,
Soudiere collabing with Lil Zelly, and I was just listening to 36.
He also had a track on one of Larry June's albums. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, but I think it was also Julian was on the same track. Like,
Collabed on that one.
Yeah, I saw the credits, and I really I just started getting into like vinyl collecting, and I really wish I picked that up when it came out. I'm hoping it actually still is available online so I can actually pick it up.
That'd be sweet to have. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, cause Larry June, like I know we talked about him before. Like he's definitely been a big name to pop off in like the last couple of years, especially the consistent amount of work that he's put into.
Yeah, I love that sound that he's come up with. You know, him and like Cardo and Julian Avila. That West Coast sound is so dope and it's so unique.
Yeah, man, definitely. So who do you want to see on a future video? Because I know this is I'll be transparent. Like I was gonna have a conversation with Infinite. It's just I didn't have everything ready at the time. But
Gotcha.
this was you were already on like the list of like guests that I actually wanted. Like this is something I wanted to plan way beforehand. So
Awesome.
who's someone that you actually want to see, whether it's a funk producer or anybody?
I mean, I think I don't. Have you done anything with Corey yet?
No. So this is gonna be in the Enoch interview. So my guest, this is my answer, and I told him to like I want to get Wasabi, Imperium, and Hoodie either as a full video or separate. Like I definitely want to get that. He changed his answer to Ponsuda because I already
Okay.
answered for them three.
Yeah, Ponsuda's be great. Ryan would be great. Ryan Celsius. Teddy Kalor would be great. You know, I think you could do also some of the Hamburg guys, maybe like Sorry Man. They've been active in the scene for almost like 10 years, putting on shows, and I'm sure they have a lot to talk about. He speaks English well as well, so that'll be not like super difficult. I mean, Tebow from La Funkery would be really cool. I do know that I don't know how well he speaks English though. That could be an issue. Some of the French don't like to. They feel a little uncomfortable, like judging with me because they don't speak such great English. Got No Time would also probably be a really good one. Yeah, this is just off the top of my head. Jason Rich too.
Oh
Could be
man,
big.
yeah, he's like the fifth person. You're seventh.
Yeah.
You're seventh. Odd is six. Enoch
Okay.
was eight.
Yeah.
And like this list that I have right now is like 30 or 40 people, and I keep adding to it because there's so
Yeah.
many people that recommend different names in general. Like right now it's like 40 people. Like you can't see it right now, but it's like 40 people deep.
Yeah, I think also you could talk to Derek, a local stranger. I mean, I don't know, like he's not putting himself out there that much in terms with like this stuff and with shows, but I know he wants to, and he's a big guy in the community right now, so could be cool.
Any questions that you want to ask me? Because I pretty much I'm almost done with
Yeah,
when it comes to like the questions I want
I'll
to
just,
ask.
I'll just answer this shit hella quick. That's my bad. But questions for you. I mean, what do you got planned, you know, for this year? Like, I know you've got a lot of stuff in the works. Anything you feel comfortable sharing. You don't have to, you know, like reveal shit that you don't want to.
Well, I already scheduled a lot of community posts when it comes to like February. When I talked to Enoch, he kept like the word was consistency for that episode, and I really hope I can actually do weekly videos. Like that's
Yeah.
one thing I really want to do and like get set in the stone, like bi-weekly interviews along with weekly main channel videos. That's something I definitely want to do.
That'd be awesome.
I think interview wise, Ponsudo, Vaughn were probably like the biggest people I actually got. The one thing I want to do, and I've shared this with multiple people, is bridge that gap when it comes to origin funk and like actual like funk that everybody knows from TikTok. If I could get Cordell on here, that'd be something like
Amazing, yeah.
no one would expect. No one would
Yeah.
expect at all.
It would be tune in for sure, though. You know, it'd be super interesting.
Because man, he gets hated just because he's big. I don't have any grudges against him. I actually like some of his music in general, like,
Really, yeah.
but I just want to know like how he came to be, because I only know him from just people bagging on him. I don't I really don't have an issue with anybody, and I don't have any beefs that I know of.
So
So
fun. Yeah, I think a lot of these people never even like heard his music before, and then just hate on him because, you know, cowbell and whatever, and he's huge. But yeah, that would be a sick one. I think also you could do maybe some of the wave guys, because they're really, you know, they that bridge the gap between that, because like Skeller, Barnacle Boy, maybe a little Brothel, but these guys, they fuck with funk heavy. Skeller plays backwind, and Barnacle Boy, they play backwind tracks in their sets all the time, and they know a lot of us, so at some point that could be sick.
yeah, man, I'm just taking it a week or every 2 weeks at a time.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
Don't gonna get it.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, I definitely don't want to get overwhelmed when it comes to this. Like, sectioning off the videos has been such a great thing. I'd say the biggest thing, main channel videos, want to keep them unscripted as much as I possibly can.
Yeah.
So it's just my personal experience and maybe like a half hour to an hour of research beforehand. Because these interviews, I do more research on the interviews than my actual main channel videos.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I talked to this with Vaughn. The video I dropped along with his interview, they did him dirty in that Billboard article.
Yeah.
Like a full hour length of like who he actually was, because he was just called a funk connoisseur from his YouTube channel.
Yeah. They did him dirty a little bit for sure.
Yeah, so I feel like I definitely wrote that wrong, or however people want to say it. Yeah, I'm just excited for like the next year, man.
Yeah.
I don't know
I
what
hope
else to
I
say.
pop out to some shows for sure.
Yeah, man. Where do you think you will want to like do a live show outside of Colorado? You definitely do want to do one in Europe, I guess, right?
Of course, yeah. But it is a big goal of mine to, I mean, I'm with the Funk Around guys, so like they are booking me for stuff and organizing the shows, but I've always wanted to put on my own show, you know, and at least organize it. And I've been trying to do something in like New York, because the scene's kind of lacking up there, and there's a lot of guys up there, you know, Space, Intius, Enoch is close by, Dojin, Killfigure, just a bunch of guys. And then the MTL guys are a couple hours away as well, like T-Man and Patch. And Swum is in New York right now too. We're trying to maybe make something happen in the spring or in the summer, so that would be really cool. Yeah, man. Yeah, but really like anywhere. I think LA is like somewhere we should be, or at least California, you know. We should be doing more stuff out there if possible.
Yeah, covering all parts of America at this point.
Yeah.
Definitely gotta show out for Europe, because fucking Lil Problem keeps talking shit. Like,
Bro, he talks so much. So funny. Yeah, I mean, like, you know, he's not wrong. Like, they really do turn up really hard, and like, I haven't been to a U.S. show where they're like mosh pitting or whatever, you know. But chill, bro.
Nah, he's so talented too. Like,
Yeah,
like the fact that he's like, I think under 16 right now, maybe 16 right now. I don't know, like off the top of my head, and he's just dropping just crazy.
he produces. He's super talented, dude. He has a bright future ahead of him. Like,
Even though he's a fucking meme piece of shit. Nah, it's just
it's wild. Well, he just has a little bit of a lack of filter, and yeah, he's very, very prideful of Hamburg and the Hamphis scene. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can definitely tell every single time I talk to him. He's like, turn the fuck up for Hamburg, bro. Oh man, but nah,
So
like it's all love at the end of the day. Like, he just wants to push the music as much as we do. So I don't have an issue with that at all. He's just transparent 24 fucking 7.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right, man. Closing remarks, and then I'm gonna probably stop recording. Any plugs that you want to have? Anything that's coming out for the future? Anything that we can expect in the coming years or coming months?
You know, expect more tapes, a lot more collabs. Like, I have some big tapes in the works. I don't know if I want to like spoil them yet, because some of them are close to done, but have been close to done for a long time, and I don't know how much longer that'll take. You know, some of these things take a long time. I'm definitely working on a sequel to the Illegal and Untraceable stuff with T-Man. That is one of my favorite projects I've done, and we've started on that, and hopefully that'll come out in the spring. Yeah, and I really want to work with some rappers this year. Maybe I have a track with Wu-Tang. I don't know yet for sure, but maybe, so that could be sick. But yeah, I don't know, just stay tuned, because I'm gonna keep dropping shit.
Yeah, definitely, man. But we appreciate you, and for anybody that hasn't liked and subscribed, make sure you like and subscribe, because we're always here. Especially check out 808 and everything else.
Yeah, check out the Discord. We're always in there and trying to do more and more stuff, and it's a great place to connect with other people from the community.